Yeah.
Hey.
What's up, Orlando, Florida?
Ow.
Welcome to Peace on the Streets Radio Show. And I'm your host, Prince of the Sun.
And your girl, Mimi.
Hey, how you doing, Mimi?
I'm alive.
And kicking it, huh?
Come on.
How you doing, Orlando? Thank you all for tuning in to Peace on the Streets Radio Show. And boy, do we have a show for you
Come
tonight.
on.
So we want to give a shout out. I guess we give a shout out to our sponsor.
Absolutely.
First, right,
Absolutely.
That's right.
So we're going to first give a shout out real quick to 321 No Fault. Don't forget, guys, if you get involved in any sort of accident, slip or fall, any kind of accident, give us a call. We can assist you legally and medically with no cost out of pocket, and we do assist outside of Florida. Big deal.
Yes, you have any kind of slip and fall, make sure you get in touch with our girl, Mimi.
That's right, guys. I can get you connected. It's amazing. And they totally take care of you from beginning to end, legally and medically, guys, because you're the victim. They take care of your car repairs, rental, time off of work, workers' comp. Reach out to me. You don't know your rights, guys, but we will help you on this situation.
That's right.
407-267-7378.
Right here. And let them know you heard it right here on Peace on the Street.
That's right.
And we also have Slap the Apple Memphis Style Barbecue.
Come on.
They barbecue every Saturday at one of the biggest nurseries in Orlando, and it's called Landscape Nursery, right there off of Parker Vineland. For everyone that's in the Orlando and Windermere area, come out 1955 south of Parker Vineland. Come get you some real barbecue right off the grill. Slap the Apple Memphis Style Barbecue.
Not to mention they have their own homemade sauce that now is about to hit the stores.
Yes, it is.
That's insane.
So you guys, it'll be out this week by Friday.
What?
It'll be ready to rock and roll,
Come
baby.
on. I already knew it was going to happen.
Yes.
I can't wait, Prince. I'm going to be the first to order, may I?
Yes, you will.
Yes.
Yes. So you guys make sure you go to Slap the Apple Memphis Style Barbecue. Try the sauce, you guys. We got to learn how to support the small man.
Come on. And guys, you can check them out on Facebook and Instagram, Slap the Apple Barbecue. Now, we have Central Florida Transmission Repair. They are amazing. They work on transmission, automotive repair, and all kinds of repairs.
From the rooter to the tutor.
It's amazing. Oil change, transmission, AC.
Yes.
Wow.
And engine work.
That's insane.
So in case you have any kind of problem, any car issues, make sure you reach out to Central Florida Transmission Repair. They're not just a sponsor, but we do take our vehicles there too.
Yes, we do. Absolutely, guys. Reach out to them at 407-203-1217. Again, 407-203-1217 or website OrlandoTransmissionRepair.com. They are located 4685 Old Winter Garden Road, Orlando, Florida 32811. They offer financing and mentorship.
I love that. In case you ain't got all the money right then, hey, guess what you can do? You can fill out the finance papers and get financed.
And walk out.
Okay? And then in case you do have a young son or daughter that might want to get into doing mechanic work, they have a mentoring program, and then they'll show them how to get it started.
I love it. Love it, guys. Especially with West Side students. Think about that, guys.
Yes.
We have another company has joined Peace on the Streets.
Yeah.
Charles Townsend LLC, which what they do is they specialize in signs, screen printing, t-shirts, digital printing, magnets, banners, flags, all sorts of printing, even business cards.
Yes, they do. And they're at 811 West North Boulevard, Leesburg, Florida, 34748. They do amazing deals and offer them. And let them know you heard it right here on Peace on the Street.
Come on, guys. Their number is 352-365-1960. It's an amazing feeling when you got Leesburg supporting us. Come on.
Right. It's awesome.
Oh, love it.
And we also have Signs Wizard Inc. You can go to Sign Wizard Inc. at gmail.com for all your sign needs. There's another sign company.
Yeah, and that's local right here in Orlando. I'm not mistaken, right?
No, it's in
Leesburg as well? What?
It's in the villages.
Oh, got it. That's closer. All right.
Yes.
Understand that. So their number is 352-365-6922. Ask for Mary Beth and make sure you tell them Peace on the Street sent you.
That's right. And so I line up for today, you guys. We're going to the Shade Tree.
Oh, the Shade Tree is a new pop culture segment, guys. It highlights the release of things that are going on that's shady.
That's right. with sports with the Kardashians.
Yes.
Just news.
There's some great news with Housewives. There's some serious things that Homeland Security came in on. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah,
He's going to release it.
I saw that.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
deep. So
I
check
seen
it out, guys. The Shade Tree
Uh-huh.
is you stay classy, listening, sexy, flexy, flawless, and glossy. And Michaels will stay shady. That's by him. He kills it.
Yes, he does. You don't want to miss
And not at
Shade
all.
Tree. It's hot. That's one of our hot topics.
Yes, he's amazing.
And we also have an in-house special guest from Miami.
Come on.
He came all the way up from
All
Miami
right.
to be a part of Peace on the Street.
Come on, guys. He is an inspiration. He was referred to us by Miss International World, the CEO, Miss Angela.
Thanks, Miss Angela.
Thank you for her. Basically, it's like her special guest, and she's going to pull off to have him have more time.
Right.
That's how awesome she is.
Hey.
So Thomas Harding, guys, he has a testimonial story.
Yes, he
It's
does.
very deep.
Big on.
And he even has a book right here, which is called Harding. Not Harding, but Harding. And there's a message to that. It's a memoir.
Okay.
It's an amazing book, guys. Look at this. Impressive. And if you can't see,
Yes.
check out our Facebook page and Instagram page. We stream live. He's in the building with his lovely wife.
Yes.
We can't wait to have him on the air. You're not going anywhere, guys. Thomas Harding Jr. has an autobiography memoir that will simply blow your mind. His story will be on film.
What?
Which is called Harding. Get your copy, guys. We'll talk about that when he comes in.
That's right. And Nurse V.
Yes.
She'll be on letting us know what we should and should not be doing during this pandemic time.
Yes, that's right. And not mistaken, the shot is now delivered to children from
Exactly.
5 to
10.
11 or something
5
like
to
that.
11, something like
and
that.
go to your physicians, because the physicians right now have this. They're not saying it. They don't announce it.
Mm-hmm.
And I called my physician earlier, and they called me and
Right.
said, we have it, and we want to see the children tomorrow. So reach out to the physicians, guys. They have it. And go to your physician for the babies. It just makes sense.
That's right. And then we have Sports Talk.
Ow.
We have special guest Coach Rolston.
We're going to try to get Coach Wilson, because
Yeah.
he's right now in an NBA game.
Is it?
And we just he's gonna try to walk away. That's how amazing he is, but no pressure, Coach, because he's part of our team
That's
with
right.
Sports Talk.
And we also have Marcus Outland. He's an ex-semi-professional basketball player, too.
Yes,
So
right.
he'll be a part of Sports Talk. We got a lot to talk about.
They're part of the team, guys. One of them is an ex-NBA Indiana Pacers. Come on.
Yes, amazing.
Second draft, 1987. Ooh.
Yeah. And then we have a full hour of real talk.
That's right.
Where we talk about all the things that's going on in the world today, from that shooting with Chavez and a lot of shooting that went on. And then the rapper got killed.
Yeah, the rapper got killed
In my hometown.
in Memphis. That's right.
Yeah.
Today.
Yes.
He's 36 years old.
Wow. And they said he was a positive rapper, too.
Apparently, he owned a bakery shop.
Cookie place.
Yeah, cookie place. So maybe just cookies.
Yeah.
But it did say cookie.
Yes.
And he was walking into his own shop,
And- yes.
and he got it was a drive-by
Right.
that shot him.
I don't believe that.
We're going to talk about that, guys. So don't leave. Remember, this segment is open to you guys, listeners, viewers. You can call in live. Don't forget, guys, we talk raw, all discussions, no holds bar, respectful discussions,
No
though.
cussing.
And keep it clean, guys. It's broadcasting radio.
Yes, it is. Let's get into it, Ming.
Ow!
It's time for some love songs right here on Peace on the Street.
Let's do it.
Let's ride, Maxwell.
Thomas Hardy, come
Yeah,
on.
make some noise up in this piece.
You got such a testimony. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
You have a long history and a testimony that you wanted to deliver to the public. What made you want to release this?
Well, actually, that took a while. I withheld releasing it for about 15 years before I decided to publish it.
Okay, that's your book.
Yes, my book, Hardening.
So tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into the book, where you come from and what made you want to come up with a book and tell your story. Because there's a lot of times people do not want to put their life in a book.
Right.
You know, so I'm sure it's interesting, you know. So tell us what your start.
Well, basically, I was born in 1961, okay, but I was raised in a predominantly white neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York called Borough Park.
Okay.
Okay. We were the only black family there. Okay. And there was 8 of us.
Wow.
Right. But the bottom line to that is when I got older into my teen years, my dad had a lot of problems with alcohol, and it just made the whole family,
Right.
let's just say, dysfunctional.
Right. Up and down. You don't
Yeah.
know how he
Yeah.
going to be. Everybody on eggshells.
Exactly. So me and my brothers, you know, we went elsewhere looking for people to embrace us, so to speak. You
Show
follow what I'm
love.
saying? And unfortunately, I made some bad choices, and I got embraced by some people that were, let's just say, not straight and narrow.
Okay.
At a very young age, at the age of about 17, when I got involved with some people out there.
Uh-huh.
And at that point, I just got into bouncing clubs. I was bouncing clubs at first.
Mm-hmm.
After I was bouncing clubs, I kind of got bumped up, and I started collecting money for loan sharks that I was
Okay.
working for.
Yes, sir.
That's talking about me, coming to people's houses, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, knocking on the door. It's time to collect. You got to pay up.
I ain't got it.
You got it. Well, I had to make sure I got something from you. Okay?
Oh, right.
Honestly, I had to make sure I got something for you because I wasn't going back empty-handed.
Uh-huh.
You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Unfortunately, I was getting really good at it.
Oh, boy.
I was getting really good at it. And
You
people-
collected a lot.
Yes. I mean, forget about it. People were just, when they heard that I was looking for them,
Oh, boy.
they most likely give me a phone call and say, hey,
Okay.
listen, I'm sorry about this or whatever the case may be. I'll meet you whatever and pay you whatever. But then I do something anyway.
Did
follow
you
what
ever
I'm
feel
saying?
remorse?
Oh, yes.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Afterwards, you'd be like, man, what a way to make a living. I'm just saying, but this is what you had to do.
Exactly, because it got to a point, Prince, that the better I was getting, the worse trouble that I was getting into. Okay, because I was formally charged with basically strong arm robbery.
Okay.
Even though I'm collecting money from bad guys, let's get this straight. I was collecting money from bad guys, gamblers, drug dealers, those type of people.
Right.
Right. But I was charged with strong arm robbery.
Wow.
And on multiple times, and I was sent to Rikers Island.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I got charged with 3 felonies, and I was sent upstate New York.
Rockers.
That's a prison. How long were you in prison for?
I was in prison for 3 years, but you got to understand something. Rikers Island is like holding. You could stay there for a certain amount of years before they even send you upstate New York.
Interesting.
Okay. It's like the county they call down
Yeah.
here.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not prison. It's like a county.
But that's a harsh prison. I mean, all prisons are, but I've heard.
But county
Crazy
normally
things
is a lot
about-
easier than going upstate, going to a prison.
Well.
I don't know about Rikers. It's talking about New York. It's totally different
I've
than
heard some
down
serious
south.
stuff down there.
Rikers is a jungle.
Yes.
Okay.
Only the strong survive at Rikers.
Exactly.
Okay. And there's multiple prisons on Rikers. The state tries to, or the city tries to segregate the prisoners of how their violence, how they are.
Okay.
They'll send you in different places. They don't want to put murderers or people that are in there that just getting that are being arrested for tickets that they didn't pay.
Right.
But unfortunately, it happens like that sometimes.
Okay.
You follow what I'm
You
saying?
get caught up.
Yeah. But
You
when-
can't leave Rikers Island. You need a boat to leave.
Yeah.
You guys can't escape. It's an island.
Yes.
One
Unbelievable.
long bridge to Rikers Island. And you do a lot of thinking on that bus going across that bridge, let me tell you.
I bet you do. Say, man, how did I get myself into this?
And then I was finally sent upstate. When I was sentenced, finally got sentenced, sent upstate.
Uh-huh.
I did my time. When I finally came out, but you got to understand something. I fought my way through prison. I even met the Zodiac killer, Herberto Seda.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was working in the visiting room. We call it the VI room. And I was the guy. I always wanted to do something when I was in jail to try to make the time go by fast. So I was the guy in the cage handing out uniforms to the prisoners when they go on visits.
Gotcha.
Okay, and I met Herberto Seda there. Okay, and honestly, we would play chess as we were waiting because the only people that came to visit the Zodiac Killer was the media. Okay.
Really?
Yes, was the media. No
Okay.
family because he killed over 7 people and wounded so many others. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But the bottom line is what Herberto Seda was mostly worried about was the way that he was being treated by the COs, the correction officers there.
Okay.
Because they were putting urine in his drinks. They were feces in his food.
Oh,
Because
man.
of all what he had done.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Payback.
Payback.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what they were doing to
And
him.
those guards are not nice. People think once you get locked up, because nobody cares on the outside about the Zodiac Killer. They don't care what happens to
I didn't
him.
know they could get away with that. Guards and
Oh, girl, you'd be surprised.
Well, let me tell you something.
Whoa.
When I was working there, they were bringing drugs in through the visiting room. Okay, some gangs were bringing drugs in. I didn't want to get involved in it. I just wanted to do my time, get out of there, go upstate, and get out.
Right.
Right. Unfortunately, I found out what was going on, and they wanted me to quit. They told me, they approached me, and they wanted me to quit. because I didn't want to partake in what they were doing. I told them, I'm not going to quit.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. Because if I would do that, Prince, they're going to look at me
Yeah.
as, like a wuss. Or,
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? So that wasn't happening.
Gotcha.
So the guards found out about that, and the gang sent 2 guys in to shank me. 2 guys.
Wow.
To shank me as I was working in the visiting room.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So you had to fight them cats off.
Oh, yeah, I took care of them. I took care of them. Let me tell you, that's why I'm standing here talking to you right now, because they weren't able to kill me.
Oh, my goodness.
You follow what I'm saying?
And that's what they coming out to do, is to kill you.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about when that incident happened, the warden approached me, right, and wanted to know what was going on. I said, you transfer me, just transfer me out of here, and I'll let you know what's going on. I don't care. I just want to get out of here.
Gotcha.
And that's what, honestly, that's what saved me.
Thank
They
God.
transferred me out of that prison, and they sent me upstate.
Right. Wow.
Follow what I'm saying?
Unbelievable.
And then I just started writing everything down when I got out. I just
Okay.
started writing things down. I was trying to figure out my life. You know, why am I in jail? Why am I collecting money from people? Why am I hurting even these people that were bad? Why am I doing this?
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? I got tired of that.
Okay.
So I just had to reassess my life.
Awesome, man.
How long were you doing that?
I was doing that probably about 8 years.
Wow.
For about 8 years I did that.
How old were you when you started?
I was about 17.
That young?
Yeah.
Big then too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
17 years old.
Wow. And like you said, it's getting worse, and then it's getting worse and worse. The things that you're doing is getting worse and worse. And like inside, you're probably like, man, this ain't really what I want to do. But you had to collect,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
And like you said, you had to come back with something.
How do you get out of that?
It wasn't easy. Let me tell you, it really wasn't easy. The main guy that I was working for, okay, we'll just say his name is Jimmy. The guy that was mainly working for, he really took a liking to me. He was an older guy, and he just told me, Tommy, you know what I'm saying? You got to get out of this, because what happened, there was an incident. I went to collect money one time, and I was shot,
Wow.
okay? I was shot.
Okay.
Now, after I was shot,
Uh-huh.
I was hit by a car.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
And they put me, it's in my book, you can read about it. They put me, the EMTs, put my time of death. They thought I had passed away. And they put me in a body bag.
Oh, my God.
Yes,
What?
they did. And they took me to Park Slope Hospital in Brooklyn.
Wow.
But what happened was, and this is no joke, what happened was the bag started moving.
Okay.
Okay?
That's insane.
The bag started moving, and they opened it up, and they saw me breathing, and they rushed me upstairs to open. I had open heart surgery
Wow.
because it nicked my left ventricle, and I was bleeding internally, but I was still alive.
Wow. Is that a lawsuit?
Man.
At that time, you
All
just
I
happened
cared
to be
about was my
alive.
life.
Yeah,
All I cared about
man.
was my life. I was young. I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Gotcha. Yeah, you said right between 25 years old.
Yeah,
around that
exactly.
time.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Do you remember that at all?
Yes, I do. I had nightmares about that for many years.
Did you?
Did they ever find the guy that did that?
That's why, yes, that's why I wrote about it.
Whoa.
It's in my book. I wrote about that because it wasn't supposed to be a book. It was me writing things down so I could read it over and see, what are you doing with your life? You know, this thing sat for over 15 years
Really?
after I was done with it.
That's like almost retirement. What made you left yourself? You just out of prison, you just straight left?
I took off and I went to a place called Fayetteville, North Carolina.
No, where that's at.
I live in North Carolina now.
Got it.
Okay.
Wow.
I just took off and left after me and Jimmy had that discussion, and I got better. I was still.
Come on.
It took me a while to come back from that surgery. Let me tell you.
I can imagine.
The doctors told me I'll never be able to lift the weight again. I'll never be able to lift my left side again because they went in. They gave me emergency open heart surgery, and they cut some nerves on this side.
Okay.
And so it's like you don't feel anything. You don't feel anything. You stick needles and stuff over. You don't feel anything. But I proved them wrong. I proved
Come
them
on!
wrong.
Oh, yes,
You got
sir.
it? Come on, that's a testimony.
We got to get another song
Yes.
in. We here with Big Boy Thomas
Come on!
Harding right here on Peace on the Streets radio show. He came up from Miami, and he's talking about his book and his life story, and we're hoping that it's inspiring and inspiration to you.
And it definitely encouraged CEO Miss International, Miss Angela, because she was on the red carpet. She heard him, and that
She loves him.
she does.
Yes, she does.
And
She does.
And that's how we would end up to get to know him.
Yes.
And I'm saying it's so strong, your message, that you got people on the offskirts listening and getting goosebumps. So congratulations on now your success
Thank
Yeah.
you.
and
Thank
your
you.
new journey. God bless you guys.
Hey, we got a lot more to talk
go.
about.
Ow!
Y'all keep it locked right here to Peace on the Streets radio show. I'm your boy, Prince of the South.
And your girl, me, with
Tommy Harding.
come on.
Right here on Peace on the Yes, we are. And vaccinated. For the most part.
All right.
And checking vaccine cards.
Yeah. How things are going? Is it looking better for us? Thanksgiving is coming up. What should we be doing, and how should we handle this Thanksgiving with people that's not vaccinated in our family?
Well, that is a big question mark. It's up to you. Would you invite them to your home and they took off their mask and they're not vaccinated?
No, sir.
What do you think would happen?
Yeah.
So we got to check our vaccine cards?
That's a big question. You, as a family, would decide what you want to do. Is your life worth living? You got to think that way because people don't care. So the latest news is the booster shots are out. So I finally got mine, so letting you guys know it is out there. They recommend over 6 months. If you last vaccine over 6 months, you can get your booster shot. So just letting you know, okay? So that is out there, and the Pfizer is out there too for the young children from 5 to 11 in Barnett Park. They're open from 9 to 4. The hours change because of the darkness. It gets darker quicker now. So they're only open till 4 now. So it's from 9 to 4. If any of the kids are interested in going to Barnett Park, children from 5 to 11, they are given the vaccine at Barnett Park, the Pfizer. That's what they're getting. And the latest news is a lot of people, the county mayor, I'm talking about the county mayor, stated not everyone they don't have to. He lifted up the mask. We're in yellow now, so yellow is good. So people that are indoors, they don't have to wear the mask if they don't want to, as long as they've been vaccinated. So just letting you know that is out there. But people in the medical field, they're recommending people dealing with patients, people dealing with like corrections, and people dealing, certain areas that you think that person might have the virus, they recommend you wearing your mask. But it is lifted up some that you don't have to really wear your mask indoors. Because now we're yellow, and I believe 85% people have been vaccinated in Orlando, Florida.
So we're in the yellow.
We're in the yellow.
Awesome. We're out the red.
But
Thank
now
God.
we're in the yellow. So let's see what happens from here to after the holidays, because Thanksgiving is next week.
Yes, it is.
So we'll see how this goes, because we're yellow right now, which is great. Great news.
Yes.
And they are recommending that, like I said, you don't have to wear a mask indoors, but they recommend you wearing it, but you don't have to. But people in the medical field should wear it. Should wear it. So, I will wear my mask until otherwise. I'll wait till after the holidays. I'll wait till spring. When I see in spring and more March or April things die out and we're doing really good, that's when I finally remove my mask.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of still the same way, Prince. I still wear my mask.
Yes.
I'm like the only one, though. I'll walk into a restaurant, I'm the only one. But I get it. So it's uplifted. Interesting. So it's still in schools, though. You still have to wear your mask, at least in our county, for the young kids.
I believe in school, they're not forcing it. They're recommending it.
Interesting.
So they're not. You might see some kids without the mask, I believe now. They're recommending it. They're not forcing it now.
Maybe too soon. I don't know with the children. They just got their vaccinations. Not even a lot of them. It just started. So I don't know if that's too soon.
You have to look around your school and see for yourself, because every school is different. So, but I know they're recommending people indoors to wear it now. But they lifted it up. You don't have to wear it now if you don't want to, but only in the medical field, like the hospitals you do, the clinical you do, in the jail corrections you do, certain areas like that you do. So I'm just letting you know, you're going to see a lot of people not wearing their masks because now they're not being forced to wear it. And we're in yellow. Actually, the color is yellow.
That's finally, right, Prince?
Yes, about time. Jesus.
So as of right now, the vaccine is free, and they're all offering the vaccine. But, it could change because it has changed when it comes to testing now. Some of them charge. Is that something, though?
I suggest if you're going to get your vaccine, get it now because it's free at the moment.
See?
but eventually they will start charging.
Look at that, guys.
Keep that in mind.
She's telling you they're going to start charging for vaccination.
So-
make sure you get it now, guys.
That's right.
How can you charge the people? It's a life or death.
Right now, the booster vaccine is free. You know, the kids' vaccine is free. I can't promise you next year what's going to happen.
Wow.
So just keep that in mind. So, you know, because eventually somebody has to be paying for this, the insurance and stuff.
That's what it is, Prince.
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
We already know.
So I suggest keep your distance. You know, like I said, be wise who you invite to your home. And question it, are you vaccinated? If you don't really trust that person, tell them to show you the card. Why not? If they're entering your home.
Yeah.
So, you know, be wise about it. You know, that, you know, I personally would invite people that have been vaccinated. You know, if they don't have the vaccine, I'm not going to invite them over. They have to have it.
Don't even invite them. Don't hurt their feelings. Just don't even invite them. Someone's doing nothing this year.
That's it.
Nurse Reed, do you want to release anything to the public? Let them know anything before we let you go.
The only thing I can say to everyone is still continue to be safe. Wash your hands. Keep your distance. Wear your mask. I mean, we can't push it now because it's not mandatory. But, you know, I'm still wearing mine because I'm in the medical field, so I'm going to be wearing mine. But just be cautious, and be cautious who you invite to your home. Be cautious who you hang around with, okay? Just be cautious because, you know, the virus is still real. The virus is still out there. So you have to be very, very careful. And, of course, wash your hands constantly and keep your distance.
That's right. And don't forget, you can walk away from someone that's sneezing or coughing. It's okay.
Yes, it is.
I'm just saying. Thank you so much, Nurse V, for being with us since the stardom. Thank you for taking your time to release all true facts to our community. Ladies and gentlemen, Nurse V.
Right here on Peace on the Street. Thanks,
Thank
Nurse
you
V.
so much. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.
Welcome back to Peace on the Street. Radio show with your boy, Prince of the South.
And your girl, Mimi, with?
Tommy Harding, the bounty hunter.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I've been hearing his story is insane. He's going to have a series like I told you. Tell me, where can we get this book?
Well, you can get that book on Amazon, okay? Or you could just Google my name, Tommy Harding Bounty Hunter, okay? And I'm also on Facebook as well. There's a Facebook page for Hardening.
Okay. And so your name, Hardening, it has a meaning.
There you go.
Yes, it does. My last name, obviously, is Harding. So we thought it'd be a great idea if we just make it into because it's kind of like a tough guy story, Prince and Mimi. And the publishing company actually came up with Hardening.
Okay.
Using my name. They asked me if I would give them the okay. I said, oh, yeah, let's run with that.
Yes. That's different. I mean, that's tight.
I owe a lot to a man that without him, this probably would have never happened. His name is Lorenzo Munoz, okay, and Peter Colon, the editor for the book. And I just want to say, give a shout out to my friend Arnold in Brooklyn, New York, and my friend Lisa in Brooklyn, New York, for supporting me and standing by me. These are people that the names I just mentioned just now. These people knew me since I was like 16 years old.
Okay.
They were there at the beginning, and they support me. They got the book. They just couldn't believe it. And a lot of things they didn't know about me at the time. And they're like, "Oh my God, Tommy!" And Lisa tells me, "Says Tommy, I read that book. 1 minute I want to kiss you. 1 minute I want to smack you. 1 minute I want to kick your butt. Next minute I want to hug you. You know what I'm saying?
That's set for a movie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It takes you up and down this emotional roller coaster. And, you know, like reading it, I can't wait to read to the next page and just to see what's going on, you know, so.
And do you know he had this book for 15 years and didn't decide to release it?
Really?
Yeah, what happened
Timing.
What happened was the book sat for 15 years in my closet, actually.
Okay.
For 15 years.
You had wrote it?
Yeah, I wrote it and I was done. That's
Okay.
it. Everything is going fantastic, right? I met my wife, Jenny.
Okay. Hey, Jenny.
Never been married in my
Hey.
life.
All right.
Got married. And my life just changed, so I just left it. You know, there was nothing more to write about. I'm happy. This is it. I made it. Right? I made it to where I wanted to be. We got a beautiful home
Okay.
in a place called Lumberton, North Carolina.
Nice.
We got like 5 acres of land.
Shut up.
No neighbors.
What?
In-ground pool.
Nice.
I mean, everything is going so well. I got a collection of cars because I got into cars. Cars are my thing. Cars and motorcycles. are my
Okay.
things,
Gotcha.
Right? And I got my gym outside under the awning. I mean, it's fabulous. We're doing great. So when the publishing company read the book, they and they said, Tommy, you know, what have you been doing the last 15 years? They said, well, the people want to know, what are you doing now?
Okay.
He asked me, do I have another chapter in me? Can you let the people know, your friends, family, supporters, let you know what you're doing now? And I said, yeah, no problem, man. So I wrote another chapter, and I called the last chapter 15 years later.
Wow. Wow.
That's dope. So your wife influenced you. It's time to release it.
Yes.
Come on.
That's what's up.
What did you think? I gotta get the wife on real quick. What did you think when you read the story?
Well, to be honest with you, when I met Tommy, it was a manuscript, and he just had it in the closet, and I took page by page and put it in plastic. I said, Tommy, this could be a movie. The content.
Gotcha.
It was just amazing. It just blew me away, and I kept encouraging him, and he said, I just want this to be a legacy for my grandkids. I'm
Awesome.
not really looking to do anything with this. And then eventually, I kept encouraging, and he called the publishing company. He talked to a publishing company for about 4 years, and he didn't do anything. And we went to Miami to visit a friend. Lorenzo Munoz, shout out to him.
All right.
And Lorenzo said, Tommy, give it to me. Give me that. Let me read it. And he kind of sat on it for a little bit, but he loved it. And he
Okay.
said, don't worry, Tommy, I got this. And on Tommy's 60th birthday, he called Tommy and said, Tommy,
It's on
happy
Amazon.
birthday. Here's your book.
Wow. How long
on
that's been?
March
March.
1st.
March 1st. Okay, you just turned 60?
Yeah, I'm 60.
Boy, you look good to be 60, man.
I'm so surprised, guys. Oh my gosh.
Do you still lift weights?
Oh, yeah. You kidding?
Okay.
Let me ask you.
Today.
Let me ask you this. Be honest. Have you ever done drugs from that age of doing it till now? Have you ever done any type of drugs?
Yeah, in my early years,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
My early years, yes.
Did you have to be on drugs to do what you were doing, pretty much?
Well, to be honest with you, when you guys read that, you're going to find out that most of the time when I was out there doing that illegal activity, let's just say illegal activity,
Got it.
Getting money, collecting money, gamblers, and doing all that kind of stuff. Yes, I was drinking and using cocaine at the time.
Gotcha.
But let me tell you something. I got to say this to everyone out there. That is not the way. Drugs are not the way, and I don't encourage that to anyone.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's why in my book, it details my drug use when I was a teenager.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm just glad to this day that I can say that I haven't touched the drug in over 25 years.
Man, that's what's up. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. And I wonder what your dad passed by being so violent. Was his father like that?
Well, you got to understand something. My father never really knew his father.
Okay.
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 As for me, I never met my grandfather.
Okay.
I have pictures of him, never met him.
Mm-hmm.
But only thing I could say is that my dad was like 23 years older than my mother.
Okay.
Wow.
My father had me when he was in his mid-50s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he was definitely set on his ways and a lot older than her. He had to control a lot.
Yeah, he was from
Right.
Okay, he was a farm boy.
Okay. Them guys was tough.
You know what I'm saying?
Those guys was tough.
I got to say this. I loved him, even though, listen, I'm going to say this right on the air. He's never sexually abused anyone in my family nor myself.
I got
Okay,
you.
he was an alcoholic.
Right.
And he was a very strong-armed, abusive guy. He'd hit me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you know that he cried to me later on and
Okay.
said how sorry he was.
Right.
You follow what
Y'all
I'm
mend
saying?
that fence.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
mend
I
that
loved
fence.
him. I loved
Yeah,
him.
man, for sure.
I loved him. When he passed away in 1981.
Wow.
Right, in Jacksonville, Florida.
Uh-huh.
In 1981, he died August 31st, 1981. I haven't been to his grave for 40 years.
Okay.
I went for the first time, me, my wife, and my son. My son, I have a 16-year-old son named Nicholas. Okay. Hey, Nicholas.
Shout out to Nicholas.
What's up, Nick?
We all went to the cemetery with my dad. It was very hard for me to even go in the gates
Really?
of the cemetery.
Okay.
And we called ahead of time that they could find it and mark the grave. Okay. So when we got there, I don't know. When I finally got to the grave, I started bawling.
You broke
I
down.
got down on one knee.
Man.
And then my son grabbed me by my shoulder, and he saw me crying. And then my son started crying.
Wow.
You know, and I told my dad, I said, I forgive you, man.
Gotcha.
I forgive you, Dad.
Gotcha, man.
I love you. And I touched the grave. I said, I forgive you, Dad.
Yes.
I love you. And I'm
All
here
that
now.
burden went off your
It
shoulders,
was
man.
Gone. Lifted. Gone.
Man, that's what's happening. And that's the secret of forgiving. When you're not forgiving, you're carrying that burden. If someone does something to me, they might have forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? And moved on. But when you still carrying that weight, it weighs on you. When you're able to release that forgiveness, man, there's so much pressure, so much
my
stress.
gosh,
You know.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. It reminds me of like Thomas Cruise. I think what's his name? Cruise? The guy.
Tom Cruise? What?
No, the black guy, the strong guy that played in Friday After Next. There was
He passed away?
Debo.
Oh, Debo.
not Debo,
Debo.
the
Oh.
other, the black guy. His
Oh,
name-
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. His dad was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And abusive, very abusive to his mom and
he said that.
everything. And
Yeah.
but what happened? Did you and your dad have a fight?
Oh no, me and my dad. Listen, you gotta understand something, right? When I was young and he abused my mom and was drinking, doing like crazy stuff. You know, slapped me around here, beat my butt here, did whatever to me and my brothers, whatever. I never laid a hand on my father.
Okay.
When I got older and I got bigger and I got stronger,
Yes.
he knew that he wouldn't do. He wasn't acting like that anymore.
Gotcha. He was a
He was
changed
docile.
man
He
too.
was very docile when he got older.
Okay,
You follow
gotcha.
what I'm saying? He was very docile. No,
Okay.
I never have fought my dad. I would never even hit my father.
Because Terry Crews said he wound up from all the years of abuse and stuff that he went through with his father. Is that one day he was they was having some Thanksgiving or something, and his dad was in there drinking again, and all of a sudden he slapped his mom, and Terry said he released all that anger from a kid onto his dad, but he cried. He said, "Man, I sat out there and cried like a baby
Can imagine.
because he wound up hitting his father."
Right.
That's terrible when you and your father, when your kids, y'all fight.
It's a
You know,
terrible thing.
So
I'm just fortunate that it never came that way with me and him.
yeah, but he probably saw how big you was. He said, "Man, I don't want none of this dude there."
My,
Man.
my
get
dad, he passed away when I was 20 years old.
Okay.
In
Oh, okay.
1981.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? At that time, I think I was really about maybe 180 pounds, 175, 80 pounds. Now I'm 270.
Gotcha.
You know,
Yes,
for
sir.
the latter part of my years, like I said, the last 20 years, I've been very big, very heavy.
Gotcha.
And nothing like I would never ever cross my mind. I could just grab my father. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And hold his hand. I would never do that.
Right.
Anything of that nature.
And probably having that violent past coming up, that would made you a good bodyguard and the
Bounty
thing-
hunter.
Yeah, bounty hunter, and even like going collecting money. Because you've seen violence and you know how to get violent. Probably just your tone or whatever scares the hell out of a lot of people.
A greater force. I call it a greater force.
Hey.
I'll read your jacket and I'll know what you've been charged with, and I'll see if you've been charged with a lot of weapons or you're just I've arrested a lot of child abusers as well.
Wow, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
A rapist. I even
Okay.
caught a bank robber one time.
What?
Yes, I did. Now I go there when I'm going there to get you, right? I'm coming out with you. Okay. There's no way that you're gonna get away from me.
Gotcha.
You follow what I'm saying? But like I said again, it's gonna be easy or it's gonna be hard.
Right.
And I gotta tell you, 90% of the time after they see me and my team, they give up.
Gotcha. Because you can't get away.
No.
Because you want that bounty.
Yeah, exactly.
You want-
Exactly.
That's
Now,
payday.
Yeah, exactly. Now the bounty. Now we got something that's called a forfeiture bond. That means that address that's on the forfeiture bond, I could go into your home.
Wow.
So a lot of times, a lot of my cases, I would wait till late at night, and I would be watching you from across the way behind the tree with binoculars. I'll let you get in the house, let you go to sleep, and then I come in through the back, the side, and the front, right? And I jimmy the lock. And most of these old buildings that are in North Carolina, you get in real easy.
Yeah.
I caught a lot of guys in bed at gunpoint.
Wow.
Okay.
Bam.
A beast. I'm gonna have a straight heart attack see him coming in. Dude, he was here in the building. And I'm gonna call Anil out. He was in the building and Anil turned around. He's like, what's going on?
Well, a lot of guys dreaming.
Wow. Got him in their sleep.
Yes.
So you would go out. Would you go out to the biggest bond once you find out how much that one pay? Those big ones you wanted those.
It got at the beginning. I was taking like $10,000 bonds, and I get 10%.
Okay.
But the larger bonds, I was talking about more the drug cartel guys that were in a place called Lee County, Sanford, Lee County. A lot of Mexican cartel was bringing in drugs in Sanford. And the bail bondsmen out there put a lot of large bonds on a lot of these defendants.
Welcome back to Peace on the Streets radio show. I'm your host, Prince of the South.
Oh, and your girl Mimi with
Tommy Harding.
and his beautiful wife.
Jenny Harding.
And they are in the building. And it seems like we did this whole series with Harding today.
Yeah, you know what? So we dedicated it to him because
Yes,
I
you
cleared
did.
out the whole schedule.
Yes.
In order to make sure they get the full.
Yes, but you know, when people come and travel to come and see you,
Come on.
you're somebody.
Come
You know
on.
what I'm saying? And then, you know, we appreciate them, and we want to show them that, hey, we do appreciate them coming all the way from Miami. That's 200 miles?
3 hours drive.
Well, actually, we come from North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
That's even
Wow.
worse.
Oh, my goodness.
We drove from North Carolina here.
How's the weather there? Is it cold?
Well, we're doing business in Miami as well.
Okay.
Because I got to go. I'm going to be at the concert doing bodyguard work for the Jacksons on November 20th, which is Saturday.
Really?
Yes.
The
yes.
Jacksons?
The Jacksons, yeah.
Okay, they still performing.
Yeah, you believe that? Yes, they are.
Yeah, because I seen Tito. He has his own band, and so it's gonna be the Jackson Brothers.
Yes, it's
All
going to be
right.
the Jackson Brothers.
Yeah, that's
Say
what's
that.
up.
You're a celebrity.
I'm telling you.
And I just want to take a second to say hello to my 2 daughters, Crystal and Keisha, and my 5 grandbabies that are here in Orlando. I love you all very much.
All right, what's up, Crystal? How y'all doing?
And also that actor that actually knows us. What is his name?
Kenny Ruiz.
No, Joe Rubo.
Well, big shout out to Mac
Joe
Chop,
Rubo.
though. Yeah.
Joe Rubo from The Last American Virgin, buddy of mine.
What?
He's heard of us, friends.
Come on now.
We're going to watch his flicks.
All right.
But man, that's some intelligent. When actors are highly intelligent. Big shout out to Mac Chop, too, for tuning in and showing us support.
Yes. So after all the craziness, you found Jesus.
Yes. Let me explain this. I'm trying to be as plain as I can. 2015, with my wife had to go to Colombia because her dad was real ill. And of course, at that time, my wife knew the story about my son that I adopted, Nicholas. And she had to go to Colombia, and she said to me, she says, listen, Tommy, why don't you just take Nicholas and go to church, okay? The Manor Church that's in Fayetteville, North Carolina, okay? I said, that's a good idea, okay? So I said, let's just go. I told my son, you want to go to church? He said, yeah, Dad, I'll go with you. So we went to church, and my son took the time to fill out one of the cards there, and I was watching him. He took the card, and he took the pen, and he started writing down all his information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And
Okay.
he dropped it into the basket.
Uh-huh.
A week later, we get a call from a pastor named Wayne Tate
Okay.
and said that we're trying to reach Nicholas Watts. And I said, well, Nicholas Watts is my son. My son put the information down, but he put my phone number because he didn't have a cell phone at the time.
Right.
He was very young.
Okay.
And I said, this is his dad, Thomas Harding. And he says, we want to thank you and Nicholas. Actually, we want to thank Nicholas for writing his information and that he wanted to know more about Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to come into my office? And I said, not a problem. So we go down to the church and we meet Pastor Wayne Tate.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, this guy opened my eyes.
Okay now.
Wayne Tate.
All right.
I owe this man a lot. I told him the story about my life.
Okay.
I told him what I had written
Mm-hmm.
about my book. And he said, Tommy, I want a copy of that book and I want to read it.
All right now.
Okay?
Okay.
And before that happened, what he wanted to do, he says, listen, are you guys baptized? And I said, no. Do you want to get baptized? I said, yes. And so did my son. So me and my son
Oh
were
man.
baptized at the church, the Manor Church in Fayetteville, North Carolina,
Nice.
in 2015.
All right now, man. Yes, indeed. That's awesome, brother. That is awesome.
And to this day, Mr. Tate, Wayne, follows my life.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Gotcha. Do you
Follows
still go
my
to the
life.
church?
Yes, we do.
Gotcha.
That is our church.
That's y'all
And
church.
he actually performed the ceremony to my wife and me when we got married.
Come on now.
And we got married at the chapel at the church.
So we officiated you guys.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Nice,
That's family, guys.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank God for your son.
Yes, thank God for my son.
Yes. God.
felt
The
that out.
child brought you, really.
Yes.
Come
yes,
on.
Yes. And from that point on, it just opened my eyes, might change my life even more.
Okay, gotcha.
You follow what I'm saying? I'm a lot more patient.
Are you?
Uh,
Gotcha.
Trust me, I'm a lot more patient. You've been known me before, ladies. Forget about it. I'm just so at awe about Jesus and what it has done for me.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
And so right now, it's probably like how Mike Tyson is. Mike Tyson said, "I am not that same man I used to be.
Exactly.
I don't even want to hurt nobody no more. I will if you mess with my family. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, I am just a totally different person."
I heard he's got a great spirit now. He's just completely different.
Yes, he said that killer in me is just it'll went away, and he thanks God for that. You know.
It's funny you should mention that because a while back, in the 80s, I was a Mike Tyson fan.
Okay.
And when Mike Tyson, let's just say, fell off, biting the ear or acting crazy in the media,
Yeah.
I did not like him anymore.
Uh-huh.
My son told me one day, he said, "Dad, you got to watch the story. It's a few episodes, it's a short docuseries on Mike Tyson."
Uh-huh.
I said, "I don't know if I'm not sure I want to watch this." I said, "Dad, give him a chance. Me and my wife, we watched it. And I said, "Oh my God, I was wrong.
Right.
I was wrong. This man was being pulled
Yeah.
in 20 billion directions."
Exactly.
You
And it
follow
was
what I'm
about
saying?
money too.
Exactly.
They didn't really care nothing. And then when Don King got him, he really didn't care anything about him. Cause Mike Tyson, and I see you was a fighter, huh?
Yeah.
You fought.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How long did you fight?
No, I fought tough man championships, tough man fights. My wife's seen one video. They're on video on the internet and stuff like that.
Are they?
Tough man competitions.
Okay. With gloves on or just hands?
No, gloves.
With gloves.
But I
Okay.
fought barefisted in New York City for money
Man.
back when I was in my early 20s.
Okay, so I was reading that in the book. It said you used to fight.
Yeah,
the
but
box.
that's in alleyways and garages and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that for money.
Okay,
Money.
gotcha.
It was for money.
Okay,
I was
gotcha.
very good at that time.
Come on.
But I was also in a lot of pain. But I made a lot of money, right, and I hurt a lot of people.
Okay.
And to this day, I still feel bad about a lot of the times when I even had those fights for money.
Uh-huh.
You follow what I'm saying? I don't do any of that stuff obviously anymore.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Of course I stay in shape. I hit the bag, the speed bag, heavy bag. I
Yeah.
got all my weights out there. That's gonna stay with me forever.
Gotcha.
But-
You like working out and training.
It's a lifestyle, man. It's not like I don't train. It's my lifestyle. Yeah. That's the
Gotcha.
difference. It's like getting up in the morning.
Uh-huh.
You gotta brush your teeth.
Yes.
You gotta have your breakfast.
Right.
Only thing is, difference with me is I get up, brush my teeth, have my breakfast, and I hit the weights. I hit the
Gotcha.
gym every day.
Every day.
It's every day.
Every day.
Every day.
You work on certain parts of your body.
Everything.
And y'all see this guy? This guy is humongous. I mean,
He's
he
bigger than
did-
Prince.
I'm telling you, he did his whatchamacallit. I was like, God, you know what I'm saying? Look like Hulk Hogan, you know what I'm saying?
If I hire Prince and him, I'm good to go, guys.
Yes, sir.
Bodyguard.
For sure. And so, so now, do you do any training, anything like that with guys?
I train my son. Right now, my son, I'm training him.
Okay.
Okay, because of his sport.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver.
That's a tough position.
Yes, it is.
That's a very tough position. They get beat up a lot. My friend was a wide receiver. Him and I went to college together, and I wound up I was playing defensive end. I was too small, and then I wound up changing to tight end because I was too small to play defensive end. Those guys are like, when they go to college, all of them like him. Them boys is big, you know. So they moved me to tight end, but I used to see the punishment that the wide receiver take. I was like, unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. They
You
be
got to
getting
be
hit.
strong,
They be getting
man.
hit. You got to be strong, man. And you got to get up and dust yourself off.
That's right. And
back
bounce
in the
right
game.
back up. And they're not big dudes because they're thin and fast,
they're
you know.
not, right.
But they are
cannot
really
imagine.
tough. They're really tough guys, you know, a wide receiver position. You didn't get a chance to play sports.
No, here's the thing. going back again when I was 17 years old, I was wrestling at one point.
Okay.
The funny thing about that is they tried me in a few different sports at the school.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't very good in baseball.
Okay.
I couldn't play basketball and I was tall.
Really?
I just couldn't play, man.
Okay, that wasn't your game.
Right? And football, I had butterfingers.
Okay.
So one day, a guy named Steve Mendelson, he was the high school, he was in high school, it's called FDR High School in Franklin Delano Roosevelt, high school.
Uh-huh.
He came over to me and said, hey, you want to try wrestling? And I said, why not? I tried everything else.
Uh-huh.
Took me into the back, and of course, you have the circle. Right?
Correct.
College rule position wrestling.
Uh-huh.
He says, listen, why don't you just go over here and wrestle up with this guy?
Okay.
I said, not a problem. Now, this guy that I fought, that he put me on the mat with, has already been wrestling for 2 years.
Okay.
When we started wrestling, he said, Tommy, just do what you want, just go ahead, but don't break his neck.
Gotcha.
Okay? Don't do that. And he told the other guy that too, not to break anything on me, because he was experienced.
Got it.
But it all was over in about 30 seconds. I grabbed him, slammed him against the mat, and choking him out. They had to stop me.
Oh!
I said, I found what I'm good at.
You knew then.
Beating up people.
Beating up.
At that time. It's kind of, but that's the reality of it. I found what I was good at.
Right.
Then they started training me.
Okay.
I became one of the best in the city.
Oh, really?
Yes, but unfortunately, that was all happening at the same time as me working, for Jimmy.
Okay. Oh, you started working with Jim at a young age.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
17, I think he said.
17. Wow.
I know.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Goodness.
saying? And that just threw me off,
Yes.
Steve, Mr. Mendelson, and I still remember his name. Steve was a big guy. He still, at that point, was trying to help me, but I was missing days at school because of my dad's alcoholism at home.
Okay.
And I was coming in late and missing practices, and he sat me down a few times. Tommy, what's going on with you? And I could never tell him.
Okay.
know
You
what
never.
I'm
I see. You never really
Never
wanted
could
to.
tell him.
Cause I see in your book when you say you really, when someone called the cops on your dad, you kind of got upset because you felt like now the cops are in our business, now our business outside the household.
Exactly.
So y'all really want to just keep it in house.
Keep it to ourselves. And at that time, I stopped going to school altogether, and I worked full time for Jimmy at the club in New York City, and I was doing collections. Okay, but here's a good part of the story. When I turned 40 years old, I'm gonna jump ahead.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell everybody. But
Cool.
At 40 years old, and I was down here, I said, you know what? I never finished my education. I never finished school.
Gotcha.
So I enrolled at Fayetteville Technical Community College.
Come on.
Nice.
At a education class to get my diploma, my GED. I passed it the first time.
Okay. Awesome,
Passed it the
man.
first time.
Yes, indeed.
But I wanted
Congratulations.
more.
Okay.
I waited quite a few years after that, and then I went to college.
Oh, did you?
Enrolled in college. Excuse me again. And I got a grant from Obama.
Okay.
Obama.
What?
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
grant. He was giving out grants. That's
Right.
how when he got in office. And I took advantage of it. I said, I want to go to college. I want my son to see me go across the stage.
Right.
I graduated.
Come on,
Went
man.
across the stage, and I'm a college graduate.
Hey, man. Congratulations.
You accomplished
Man.
pretty much almost everything you wanted so far.
Wow.
Everything that I couldn't get when I was a teenager, right? Finish school, because I was a good student. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back to you got to have the support of your parents.
Right.
You got to have not alcoholism and drugs in the
Right.
family. You just got to have something to keep you, let's just say, on the straight and narrow.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
That solid foundation means a lot.
Well, children are a product of their own environment, so
Correct.
they don't know anything else but what they
Right.
see around them.
Exactly.
But he
Yes.
broke the chain, and this is what I'm saying. We could break the chains in
Yes.
this generational whatever you're going through.